the great venues to watch a game in any sport and one of the best home crowds in any sport. Soldier Field in Chicago. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Mexico City Diablos and the Chicago Bears. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. This is Saquon Barkley, and he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. On first down, Jones. Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. Matt Milano gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. Gotta hope that's not a sign of things to come as they face an early 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Jones. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Brings up 3rd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
On 3rd down, Barkley. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. They had quite a hole to dig out of there on 3rd and long. Not able to get the first, but a pretty good-sized run.
A really good run, but how much confidence do you have in your next play call that you can sell to the head coach? Let's go get it on 4th down. Do you really have a play you believe in, or are you just hopeful? And you got to sell it to the big man before it gets called.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Could not have thrown that out there any better. When the ball hit the ground, I thought it might go into the end zone the way it was angling, but perfectly jutting out at the 1.
You think maybe what we saw in practice came into play there? You know, he put those big cans down on the sideline and angled for them and shot for them. Looks like it worked out pretty well for him, too.
Bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give them 7 there on the first down carry.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored. Give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
First down, Mexico City.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Allen will try again on second down. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So if they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
And that is incomplete. It was Roquan Smith who got his big hand in there to knock it away.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And he's going to get this one down to the 45.
26.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? Now Jones to throw on 3rd down. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Throwing on 1st down. Jones trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it, and he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line.
They'll take over.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. He looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
An incomplete, crisis averted, almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
Allen again here on 2nd and 10. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down.
A gain of 8.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Allen now on 1st down. Finding Knox there, complete. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. That catch good for only a couple. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. On play action, Allen. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. Quick slant there, gets him the 1st down, 6 yards on the play.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there, keeps the sticks moving.
Allen's throw is complete, and he's taken down inside the 30. They pick up 11 in addition to moving the chains.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Jones now. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Caught out left side by Robinson. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
3rd and 5.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. From the gun, Jones. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out. The false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. No yardage to speak of whatsoever. Leads to a 3rd down.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
Here's Jones. Throwing on 3rd and long. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. 4th down. So on is Matt Prater now to try a field goal here. This from 54 yards away. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
And 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
On 1st down, this is Geis. Tackle made there by Bilal Nichols.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And this will be incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And the Bears take over. Jones on 1st and 10. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
So after the INT, it's Allen. Off to Geis on the screen. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now Allen off the bootleg. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. A first down carry for Barkley won't lead to much as he'll take this forward for maybe a yard. It's 2nd down.
By A.J. Epinesa. 1 yard gain. Brings up
the run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
7-yard line.
Jones is going to put it in the hands of Barkley on the option. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as he'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home. Mike, 55, right there in the middle.
Operating from the gun, Jones. That's complete to Mooney. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing Jones. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Saquon Barkley. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and
on 2nd down, here's Barkley.
4-yard line.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. From the gun, Jones. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit.
A 28-yard attempt.
And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. So we've reached halftime. All we have to show for the first half, a lone field goal. 3-0 our score. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, these offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah. Will they make up for it? From midfield, here's Allen. Works right side into the hands of the tight end, Knox. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the third quarter. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
First down.
Out of the gun, Geis. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, but you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
3-yard line.
On the ground, Geis, and he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great effort there with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And his guys have taken the lead. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was, and when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
Let's make these smash. Mike's 50. Mike's 50. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Tracking 60.
Now Jones Throwing on first down. Going up top for Miller. And incomplete on the deep ball. He was trying to find Anthony Miller there, but it's going to be second down.
But we saw that he had a lot of success last week throwing the football, but that hasn't translated to this week. But with his team behind, I don't expect him to back off. I expect him to keep firing.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. And now a pass dumped off to his running back. Oh, what a juke into space. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 27 yards there, a first down.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively, but they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Jones now on first down. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike.
They'll give it to Barkley off the option play. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Bears have retaken the lead. Flags behind the line. He's going to get bailed out. I think this is going to be a roughing call. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Prater for the extra point. And the lead is now 10-7. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 25-yard line.
And the drive begins with a run by Geis. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They stay on the ground. Geis again. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 11 yards there. First down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all. Challenging that Allen hit. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of the quarterback. And
there he goes, left side. Touchdown, Chicago. Saquon Barkley. His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Bears capitalize on the fumble and turn it into 6. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Matt Prater set to kick off.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
first down. Allen. He gets it in the hands of Geis. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play, because that's been an issue for them in this game. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. To throw again on second down. Allen able to find his running back, Geis. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 42. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. Shotgun handoff now to Geis. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. From the gun, it's Allen. Going deep for Diggs. And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Eddie Jackson picks it. And now running right through it. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
To put it mildly, look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Again, it's Barkley. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad.
At the 43-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
So not his arm, but hurting him with his legs. A gain of 19 on the keeper and a first down.
38-yard line.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Now, defensively here, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Push him back. Mike, 55. Right there. 55. Watch the slant. 25. Check 25. Check 25. He's checking.
They'll run with Barkley. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. It's starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
On second down now, Barkley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And now whistles blow here. Play is stopped, and we're going to get a timeout. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Check 26, check 26, check 37, go!
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
And this is just outside the right upright. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it?
No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right, not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team, but the guy with the golden foot, he knows he's only as good as his last kick.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. The left side caught by Diggs. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
First down, Mexico City.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
Allen's pass.
7 yards, the pickup there. 3 receivers head out right, 1 to the left on 2nd and 3.
At the 50-yard line.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation. And he will take it on out to the 20-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. The win for the Bears just around the corner. They go down to a knee. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Down to a knee goes Jones, and that should just about seal it.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right?